You wake up in the middle of the night, your eyes barely open, and there they are. Your dog, sitting perfectly still, staring straight at your face, not moving, not blinking much, just watching. It's unsettling the first time. It's almost eerie the 10th time. You brush it off as a weird quirk. But here's the strange part. Your dog isn't guarding you. It isn't waiting for food. It isn't confused about the dark. Something far older and far stranger is happening behind those eyes. And once you understand it, you will never look at that stare the same way again. Let's start with the obvious question. Why would any animal spend its energy staring at a sleeping human who isn't doing anything interesting? A sleeping person doesn't move, doesn't speak, doesn't offer food, play, or attention. By every normal animal logic, this should be the most boring possible moment to watch you. So why does your dog choose exactly this moment to look? The answer starts with a hormone. Oxytocin. You've probably heard of it as the bonding hormone, the same chemical that spikes between a mother and a newborn. In 2015, Japanese researcher Miho Nagasawa ran an experiment that changed how scientists understood dogs completely. She had owners and their dogs simply gaze into each other's eyes for a few minutes. Then she measured their oxytocin levels. Both the human and the dog showed a spike. Not a small one. A real, measurable hormonal response, almost identical to what happens between a parent and a child. That's the first clue. Your dog staring at you isn't idle behavior. It's a bonding mechanism, quietly activating a loop of connection that neither of you consciously controls. But why does it happen most at night, while you're unconscious and can't even look back? This is where it gets stranger. Wolves, the ancestors of every dog on the planet, almost never make prolonged eye contact with each other. In wolf communication, a long stare is a threat. It signals dominance or a challenge or aggression. Two wolves locking eyes for several seconds is often the moment right before a fight. So somewhere in the last 15,000 years, something flipped. Dogs became the only canine species on Earth that seeks out human eye contact instead of avoiding it. Canine cognition researcher Brian Hare has spent decades studying exactly this shift. His research suggests dogs underwent something like a self-selected evolution. The wolves that were calmer, less aggressive, and more comfortable approaching humans were the ones who got fed, who got tolerated near camps, who survived alongside people. Generation after generation, that gentler temperament got passed down. And somewhere in that process, the ability to read a human face and to seek it out rather than avoid it became wired into the species. So the stare you're seeing at 2 a.m. is a completely different animal behavior than anything a wild wolf would do. Your dog has essentially rewritten 15,000 years of instinct just to be near your face. But that still doesn't explain the timing. Why while you sleep, specifically? Here's the part most owners never think about. When you're awake, you're a source of stimulation. You talk. You move your hands. You make noise. Your dog reads all of that constantly, adjusting its behavior in response to you every few seconds. But when you're asleep, you become still, predictable, unchanging. And for a dog, that stillness is actually rare information. It's one of the only times your face holds completely steady long enough for your dog to really study it. Dog cognition researcher Alexandra Horowitz has written extensively about how dogs experience the world primarily through subtle shifts in human expression and posture, far more than through language. A sleeping face gives a dog uninterrupted access to something it almost never gets while you're awake. Time. Time to simply watch you without needing to react to you. Think about what that means. Your dog isn't staring at you because something is wrong. It's staring at you because, for once, nothing is happening, and it finally has the chance to just take you in. There's another layer here too. Dogs are exquisitely sensitive to breathing patterns and small movements. Some researchers believe part of nighttime watching behavior is simple environmental monitoring, an old instinct from pack animals that took turns keeping a low-level watch over the group while everyone rested. It's not fear. It's not paranoia. It's closer to a background hum of vigilance left over from thousands of years of group sleeping, when a family unit, whether wolf or early domesticated dog, always had at least one set of eyes half open. So the stare is really two things layered on top of each other. A leftover instinct to watch over the sleeping group, and a bonding behavior that floods both of your brains with the same hormone that ties parents to children. Your dog isn't choosing between affection and vigilance. It's doing both at once because for a dog, those two things were never separate to begin with. Now here's the twist that changes how you should think about this completely. You might assume the staring is purely about your dog's needs. Comfort, security, attachment. But Nagasawa's research found something remarkable. The oxytocin spike wasn't one-directional. It happened in you too. Your body responded to your dog's gaze the exact same way it would respond to eye contact with a person you love. Which means this isn't your dog performing a behavior at you. It's a genuine two-way biological exchange, running quietly in the background of a moment you probably slept right through, that reframes the whole scene. It's not a dog fixated on an unaware owner. It's two nervous systems, shaped by thousands of years of coexistence, synchronizing with each other in the dark, without either of you doing anything at all. So what does this mean for your actual dog? Tonight, it means the stare isn't strange. It's the most honest moment of connection your dog has with you all day. During waking hours, there's noise, distraction, other things competing for attention. But in that quiet stretch of night, none of that exists. Just your face and your dog's decision to spend its rest, its energy, and its attention on watching you breathe. It also means you don't need to worry when you catch those eyes open in the dark. It's not confusion. It's not distress. It's the same instinct that once kept early dogs close to human camps for safety, now expressed as simple presence beside your bed. So the next time you open your eyes in the middle of the night and find your dog watching you, don't feel unsettled. Feel what it actually is. 15,000 years of evolution, distilled into one quiet, patient gaze, choosing you, again, in the dark.